Here we've seen one of the worst altcoin crashes in crypto history. Make no mistake, this has 100% been one of the darkest days of crypto. I'd go as far as to say it was worse than the FTX crash. And the reason for that is because of where it's happened. It happened at a time where we're supposed to be in a bull market. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss what just happened in the market. I'm going to discuss exactly what I bought during the dip and what I'd look to buy if we dipped again. And I'll also give my thoughts on whether I think it's possible the bull market has really topped here. Before we start, nothing here is financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. So firstly, let's just digest what on earth just happened to the market. Yes, Bitcoin nuked, but altcoins did the unthinkable. Some altcoins literally went to zero on exchanges. Some key things I saw during the carnage was how the prices on Binance were heavily disconnected from the prices on Coinbase. For example, at one point, the price on Binance was $3,000 lower than the price on Coinbase. I believe the wicks that we saw on many altcoins were not real. Not real in the sense that the majority of people basically had zero real opportunity to buy them. Well done if you did manage to pick up some juicy entries. I think prices only got there through a combination of liquidations from leverage traders kicking in, and also the exchanges freezing and crashing so bad. For a brief moment, buyers weren't able to step in and support the price. So you know how it feels really scary to see these wick prices on the chart? I wouldn't be too worried about them. Your altcoins didn't go down 80% in an hour. It's just an anomaly. Usually I say when we have massive liquidation days like today, we usually go to fill the wick. But in cases like this, I can't see render going to 0.6 or bonk going all the way down here. We can speculate on what happened in terms of a market maker blowing up or a fund imploding. The truth will come out later. For now, we need to focus on what we need to do. Because this, right here, right now, is a major opportunity. It's easy to look at the market as it is today and get really bearish. But for me, if I think about what actually happened, this was a great extinction event. Many leverage traders, even the safe ones using 2 to 3 times leverage, got liquidated. It was likely the greatest liquidation day ever in crypto. People who wanted exposure to the market have literally been forced out. The only people left standing are the people who were holding spot. That's exactly why I think, okay, why should I be bearish after the greatest liquidation day ever? When a huge number of leverage traders got completely wiped out, the remaining holders of these altcoins went through a year plus of disappointment. They got delivered a massive implosion and they're still not selling. That makes me think the bottom is in, at least temporarily. I really can't think of who's left to sell. For strong coins with good tokenomics and no bad emissions or team dumping, I believe they will do well from here. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what I've been buying during that dip. I had to act really fast because the prices were going down so quick. And I just knew in that moment I didn't have time to think. I had to react instinctively and buy as much as I could. I bought Bitcoin and Solana around $175. And then I also bought a lot of Galaxy stock at $35 to $36 and some coin stock as well. These two are stock positions, not cryptos. The reason I bought those stocks was because I had a lot of cash in my portfolio after selling my MSTR a few days ago. Now, in terms of going forward, what do I think strong picks will be? I think accumulating hype, if it does somehow come back down to low 30s, is a great pick. I also think some focus on stocks is prudent as well. Galaxy stock in particular is one that excites me. It just holds so strong during every dip. I think during times like this, it's important to be brave, set aside emotions, and think in terms of asymmetry. I just knew that buying that amount of fear was a no-brainer. I bought extremely heavily during that time, and I made alerts for that too in the Discord. Okay, now for the main section of this video. Do I think it's possible this has marked the cycle top, and all we're getting now is a brutal bear market? Let's break it down step by step. I really don't like the fact that Bitcoin has lost its super trend. Not only has it lost it, it's basically completely snapped it. This means the momentum is switching back towards the downside, and we're in a downtrend now. If you look back at this super trend, it doesn't really give fake outs, so I really need to see this super trend being reclaimed ASAP. On the other hand, I just talked about how many people basically got kicked out of the market by force. A lot of froth has been cleansed and a lot of coins have been handed to stronger hands. In that case, it makes me think, okay, why should we go lower? Who's going to sell? So at least short term, I think the bottom is surely in. But you might be asking, doesn't that just defeat the purpose of what I said regarding the super trend? Well, here's the thing. If after this huge liquidation event day, we reclaim the super trend and start pumping, that would make me think we're actually going to get a massive leg in the market. It would be a massive show of strength. I'm going to make a full video breaking down my thesis for what I think is most likely to happen very soon. So subscribe so you don't miss this. I apologize for not uploading for so long, but in a crucial time like this, where you need a calm voice, I will definitely be uploading to help you the best I can. You have my word. Now I'm going to end this video by telling you what I want you to do. Firstly, avoid social media. You're going to see people flexing and showing off how they managed to somehow buy the exact bottom and already made a forex. Understand that's very rare, and the majority of people literally had zero chance of buying because the exchanges literally didn't work. I was literally watching it minute by minute, and even I could not get those bottom prices. You're also going to see a lot more doom posters, bearish people trying to convince you the cycle's over. Look, I'll put it this way. I've accumulated my Bitcoin positions during the tariff FUD lows at 80,000s. Crypto has been boring for the most part, but there's no chance I'm going to sell here after the worst liquidation day in history, at least short term. The odds are very high that we get a significant bounce. Only from there will I consider doing anything. Lastly, keep an eye on the market, but be calm. It is possible we see a secondary smaller scare. If you feel confident and you know what you're doing, you can consider making some moves. But the most important thing is you don't panic or make any crazy decisions. I believe you're in an insane position right now. Why? Because you survived, you get to play the game again, and you get to play from a position where there's immense opportunity. We will capitalize on that together over the next few weeks. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.